Well, this is a book review. So, first book I read in 2025 was this book right here, Management of Organizational Behavior Utilizing Human Resources by Paul Hersey. This is a really good book. If you're if you're a manager or if you're just someone that's interested in understanding how to be a leader and kind of the theories of leadership, um, there are a couple key points in this book. Well, first, this book is structured in almost like a textbook like fashion. So there's a lot of different things that are in the book. It gives you, clear systems and an understanding of how the systems of management and organizational um, behaviors are, and it kind of gives you an insight to behavior, kind of understanding decision making processes and things of that nature. It really articulates that in a very high level. I think some of the key points that really kind of stuck out to me in this book, and I have some notes right here of this book, is kind of the theories of management and what what a good manager has and what a good leader has. So, I think one of the largest parts, there's a emphasis about the behavior of a leader and understanding that leadership is situational and that you can't just attack leadership in the same fashion every day. So what that means is that there's variables within a given situation that will influence the type of leadership techniques or the way that will the way that you will approach a situation as a leader. And I think that that was one of the best um, kind of central messages of this book was that as a leader. Now, there's a lot in this book I could go through. It's like literally like 20. It's almost a 500-page book. So it's a pretty decently long book, and it does offer a lot of dense ideas and leadership. I think also too it goes into the motivation. So just personally, even if you're just not a manager, but you're just someone that's trying to understand human relationships from just a personal perspective, it kind of goes into the motivation of people, motivation of leaders, and I think that I'm not even looking at the camera. You should probably look in the camera, right? But it kind of goes into those things and kind of makes a case for that. Helps you to understand at the core of humans what their motivations are, and you can kind of apply that to yourself or apply that to groups that you are leading. I think that it also is very intuitive in the means that it goes into. Like, there's concepts about like people, like how you can see certain situations as a leader. If you see people that are already that have potential, how you're gonna approach them as a leader, and how the outlook of how you see a person, whether you see if they do have potential or they don't, will influence how you lead them and will ultimately influence their progression as an individual in whatever situation that you are leading them in, and how that will be beneficial to the overall organization. So it gives good insight into that and really allows you to check yourself, kind of remove ego from everything, and kind of think about what's best and most efficient to being an effective leader, an efficient leader. So, yes, I would. Would I recommend this book? I would recommend this book. Um, I think it's very scientific. It gives leadership to it's very, very scientific in the way that it articulates human behavior, human resources, things of that nature. Um, so, yeah, I would recommend this for someone that's just trying to understand leadership from a technical perspective and kind of get aware of these concepts. It's not like one of those books if you're just looking for self-help. It's a lot more detailed for that. So if you're really trying to become a leader, or you're really trying to upgrade yourself, I would definitely recommend getting this book. I got this book for free, so it was a pretty good steal. It's got like a bunch of like lamination on it. I took some of it off because it was not very effective in preserving the book. But yeah, Management of Organizational Behavior, utilizing human resources by Paul Hersey. This was the first book that I read on the 300 or the 52 book day challenge that I've set for myself, or not 52 week book challenge. So 52 books in the year, which equates to one book a week. This was the first book, dense book, but it was really nice. So yeah, I would say like a 4 out of 10. I would say like it connected a lot of points. I don't really think, like, the only critique I would say would be that I guess like the book could be bigger. It's kind of small, so when you're looking at the figures, it's kind of like sometimes you'll have to look and go back, but maybe it's because I'm going a little bit too fast. But I think actually it was pretty effective. I'm just not going to give it a 5 out of 5 because just personally it was just long. I guess it was needed, but I'll just give it a 4 out of 5. So yeah, great book. Get it if you can.